Todd Lyons joins us now, acting ICE Director. Great to see you. Thank you for sticking around, obviously listening to President Trump tackling a number of issues. He did talk about the border and accomplishing the security there. And you can't do that without ICE. Talk to us about that happening in real time, the crackdown in Minnesota, Mr. Lyons.
So what I'm really proud to say is the fact that, kind of like you highlighted, we have the largest immigration operation ever taking place right now. It's a great effort by ICE. Both of our components, enforcement removal operations and Homeland Security investigations, they're on the ground. HSI agents, as you've seen in the media, have been going door to door to a lot of these suspected, companies that are not only hiring illegal aliens that shouldn't even be in the country, but also, being involved in potential human smuggling, human trafficking cases, but also looking at these fraud cases as well. But one thing we should really note, too, is the fact that states like Minnesota that have a strong sanctuary city policy and sanctuary protections do attract other illegal aliens to come there to take advantage of welfare, public assistance, SNAP benefits. And that's just a magnet that brings that criminal element that can hide in plain sight. And that's what we're finding up in Minnesota. Very proud to say the Secretary of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem, she was up there today. She ran an awesome, successful operation, got a suspected murderer and a wanted rapist that was hiding, again, in plain sight in Minneapolis. And that's what ICE agents are doing on the ground up there. They're up there taking the fight to these sanctuary jurisdictions that allow these criminally illegal aliens to roam the street and take advantage of the public assistance that should be there for every taxpaying American.
Yeah, let's talk about the ICE agents for a moment, and attacks, the doxing, et cetera. There is a new law in California that was supposed to take effect on January 1st. It's called the No Secret Police Act. It imposes a statewide ban on, quote, extreme masking by law enforcement, including federal immigration officers. The legislation was introduced by Democratic Congressman Scott Weiner, but a Trump administration lawsuit put that law in limbo, at least for now. It's pending a court decision. But it's been a very divisive issue between Democrats, Republicans over the past year now. No Secret Police Act, essentially unmasking, if you will, law enforcement. Is this a danger to your agents?
100%. Just earlier this year, myself and the Director of Secret Service, Sean Carn, we were out actually in Los Angeles where we took up a ring of these individuals that were actually doxing ICE agents, right? They were putting their names, putting their families' Instagrams, their families' Facebook on telephone poles in the greater Los Angeles area. That puts the men and women of ICE at risk every day. We have threats to ICE agents over 8,000%. We have actual assaults on ICE agents up 1,400%. So I've always said I'm not a fan of the mask. If you look at the beginning of the administration, ICE agents didn't have to wear masks. They were out there doing their job every day. But we've seen this increase in violence and this increase of doxing and threats. And the men and women of ICE and other federal law enforcement agencies all across this country have to take precautions to protect themselves. And unfortunately, this bill, all it is political theater. I would much rather have elected officials work with the men and women of law enforcement to come up with a plan and laws that will hold these individuals accountable for calling threats to ICE agents, law enforcement agents, and family members. Unfortunately, anytime you politicize law enforcement, it doesn't make anyone safe.